Next, you wish to get involved in politics, education, and use law as your sword. You're replacing a system. Hell, you are one. Yes, sure, we are one. We all are the system. This is a Destiny message. So, where's your point here? There is no point here. Again, trying to create arguments that are none. So, you wish to get involved in politics, education. First of all, it is not a wish. It is an actual participation, and sure, we are talking about the education system and how it is necessary to change this because it creates human organic robots that are following the system that they created themselves, and they don't even know what they are doing while they are living and educating themselves. So sure, we need to change this. There are many vlogs and blogs about this topic. And law as a sword, I don't know what this should mean. Law as a sword, we don't use law as a sword. It cannot be used as a sword. Law is created by human beings. It only can be abused as a sword. So you're replacing a system, hell, you are one. It is not about replacing a system. It is about changing the human being, changing the way we live, changing the whole world, changing the perception of the human being as separated and superior from all life, which is deception. And okay, go into the Destiny material, please. Dare to stop your accusations and take your time and actually read something of it. Read it. So we continue. You wish to re-educate people, control the top, and everything will trickle down. So this is just an accusation. There's nothing about it. It is about re-education. That's right, absolutely. We stand for this. We stand for re-educating the people and re-educating ourselves. And we stand for giving people the opportunity and the actual environment to have the ability to re-educate themselves. So this is one of the main points and of the main topics. And it is not about control. It is about bringing real control of the people. So the people need to regain their control over their lives again, and this is what we don't have anywhere in this world. Not even in the countries where we call it the political system democracy. There is no such a thing as a control of the people. Actually, in our world, it is control of money. Money controls everything. Money controls the minds of the people and therefore their behavior, and therefore they are being manipulated and brainwashed and all kinds of stuff without even knowing or recognizing it. So, therefore we need to give the people a chance to re-educate themselves and to determine their own lives and to direct themselves. And this needs to, therefore you need educated people. You need to educate people. You need people with actual education and have the possibility to work in the system and to have a voice in the system. Because in this system you only have a voice if you are a participant, so to speak. And if you are a participant that is aware of its own actions and is a self-realizing participant, there's nothing wrong with it, because he will always act and do what is best for all. So, and not for himself. This is just the deception of the mind and of the ego. So being at the top, you're not here with the people, there's a disconnection. So there is no top, and it is not about being at the top, and there is no the people. So there is no disconnection. I don't know where you take your information from, but no one is talking here about being at the top. Actually, to be at the top needs a system that is already disconnected. And this is our system as we have created it here. It is a belief system. And some people that have all the power through money see themselves at the top, and this is being supported by the people that give them the power, that say that these people are the people on top, and they create this picture in the mind that there's a top and there's a bottom, and you have to reach for the top, and the whole meaning of your whole life is to strive and to reach for the top. So this actually implies what is going on here, and this implies the necessity of changing the system because it is absolute madness. There are no people at the top and there are no the people. So this phrase, the people, is just a disconnection, as you said, but it is created by the mind. So when you're speaking later on, you're talking about we need to be here with the people, then you make a disconnection. Because you see yourself obviously as superior to the people, but you are so brave and you are so generous that you go down to the people and to be with the people. In this idea alone, there is so much deception and self-deception that you need to realize and work on for yourself first, because you will always color everything with this preconception of the people and those on top and we here, and this polarity. It is mind created, it is created by you, and this is why you see it in the material of destiny somewhere. There's no other way to see that. If you read it in a clear and open-minded, you will never see or accuse anything in this about to be about the top and people and control and such stuff. So this is just created by your own mind. They say the leader is the loneliest, it's in their nature and what they must give up, but you're not lonely, you have a whole farm of you. So what you do here is you simply take words out of context, and maybe you have read it or heard it somewhere in a video, and you take it out of context and put it in your own context. And this is what is always being done by accusing others when ego tries to justify its own value system and tries to accuse a material that would or could threaten your own value system. It is you simply take words or phrases out of context and put it in your own context, and then you represent it and present it as if this would be the material. So it is not what you are speaking about. It is not of destiny that somebody is just saying leader is the loneliest and it is in their nature what they must give up. So a whole farm of you is a whole farm of you. It is yeah. So no need to go into detail here. So if somebody has a question, I will, but it's not necessary here. This is way too ridiculous in this place. Who are you speaking to of striving and the abuse of power? Yes, I don't know exactly how to put this here into any context with destiny. No, we must be with the people, and we mustn't dull our senses by hollowifying ourselves. So this is what I was talking about. So we must be with the people. This is what you say. We must be with the people, and this is in this statement there is the separation. You separate yourself from the people, as I said before. So I continue. Next quote. How do we know what to be in tune with? What really matters? Who are you now? What does your most important thing show about yourself? When it's taken past the darkened reactions of self-interest, blinded within remorse for what is lost, until you see the glimmer of what's still here. The realization that light might be a tool for the use of power, but with a fragment you can see enough to walk again. We must not group, we must be individuals with our own houses, and we must all contribute daily in our own environments, to its people, to our words and acts. So, these quotes could actually be the most valuable things Kressel stated so far, if they weren't used merely as superficial catchphrases without any deeper understanding or even application. This is obvious because of the statements about light on the one hand, for example. Yes, it would be really nice if each one of us would only need to have a fragment of light for their own house, so to speak, in order to walk again. But where would it take you? If you walk in the dark with a fragment of light, you will still be blind for where you are heading to. You need to enlighten the whole, and that means yourself as well. And this can't be done without getting burned. Think about it. There is no one separate from the light, watching at or through it. It is deception and separation of an individual heroic lone fighter, merely a fairy tale. It is only to comfort your own emotional ego. It is interesting how Kressel speaks or writes about darkened reactions of self-interest, and at the same time his application shows very clearly that his own reaction is as well of his own self-interest, and it is born out of self-importance. And when you, as you stated here, want to see not only a gleamer, but all that is still here, you would need to stop yourself from deceiving yourself in judging everything, coming from a starting point of superiority and the personality of a savior somewhat.